Hey everybody, welcome to our detailed analysis of the analytics service that we are just about to introduce, which will replace the former Quant Elite. Okay, so if you come anywhere under our menu here, you just come under two areas. Come under product to get a better idea of how and what the services are. Come under here under product, then you see your Quant Analytics full service. View the course, or in our case, the service, and we'll give you a full synopsis on how all of this works. If you're interested, one thing I want you to take away here is very important. We're offering, instead of you paying upfront $97, we want you to make sure that you are comfortable with the purchase. So what we've done is we've set up a 48-hour trial for $5. Now, we're not doing it for free because we get a lot of, call them tire kickers, lurky-loo, whatever you want to call them. I'll even define them as leeches. Come in, steal our content, and then run away and keep doing it and set up spam bots. So in order to limit that, we charge $5. It's going to give you 2 days analysis for your own perusal and all that, and check it out. And after that, you'll start getting billed the initial rate. So if you're not happy within the 48 hours, just cancel it, and you won't get billed beyond that $5. Okay, so let's get started. So what will happen is it will take you over to PayPal itself. We've had a lot of instances where if you're not on another site and it's done properly, a lot of people don't feel comfortable with that, so we just take you directly to PayPal, make the purchase. So again, you'll get $5 you pay out for 2 days. Not happy, cancel it within those 2 days, and you will not see these charges after that, $97. Okay, simple as that. So what does that give you? Well, let me take you into the back end. Okay, so once you make a purchase and you're happy with it, you just come under analytics here. And what will happen is that will take you into a variety of pages. Now, if you are still a Quant Elite member, you'll still get the same access as the analytics, plus you'll get all the traditional courses that you're used to. This will not stay up forever. This will be shut down very, very soon. But I'm just giving you an idea that we are going to keep or stick to our word. Our elite members are important. They've been with us since, for some of them, for 4 or 5 years. And we're very happy for that. So we want to keep you happy and keep you still giving you the same benefits of all the courses that I've always had, among other things I'm not going to mention in this. So once that is taken out, you will be only given access to the dashboard. And of course, you have to log in. You'll be given an opportunity to create your ID, and that will be all sent out to your PayPal email. And then when you create and register, you will have a new choice to send and have your membership to a separate email as well. So you use that new email that you register with and you log in. So let me do that. Hey everybody, well, we are now in our Quant Analytics dashboard. If at any time you get confused when you do log in, just click on this Analytics dashboard, and just to make sure we did it right, we put another option up here as well. All right, so once you get to the dashboard, we give you a whole variety of services. Now just remember, if you ever have to chat, you can just click on this little chat with us, and that will send out an immediate email to me, and we respond via that way. Okay, so let me just show you here this little panel. You'll see here, because I'm literally the admin, I have got all these different levels. If you're an elite, you'll see that, and if you have the Quant Analytics, you'll just see the Quant Analytics level, and that's it. Those are the only levels that you'll get, but this will all come to an end very soon. So let me just walk you through the video. So we have a training video here to give you an overview of how this all works. I've also made another set of video tutorials. This may kind of overwhelm But basically what they are is they're just the videos of the back end, how all the different reports work. So, of course, we have our events. That will take you to our general events section or page, but we have nothing scheduled right yet. But that will start to get busy fairly quickly, and that will be on a weekly basis. So, a couple of things before we get into the actual data and charting. Secure chat. Now, this isn't going to be used a whole lot yet. The idea behind this chat room is it's going to be basically a chat room for members to come in during our live trading sessions. This is yet to still be determined, but there is the general chat here. Okay, and we're all good to go. Okay, just want you to be aware of that. And the cool thing about this is going to be highly secure. This will be basically encrypted on the fly, stored only on our server, nowhere else it will go. And on top of that, I'm going to try to set it up where we can delete the data as things fly. Because part of the problem is because of the sensitivity of all the trading data and analysis with the group, I think it will be needing to get rid of on the spot. So this is going to be one of those areas that will be valuable, not yet, but it is going to be planned. All right, so with that in mind, we have an FAQ section. We also have the video playlist. Now, this playlist is basically everything that I've done on YouTube. I've got over 1,500 videos and a lot of sections. Okay, a lot of it's technology because that's what I spent in the last 5-6 years. On top of that, if you come under here on analytics video tutorials, that will give you all the videos available for the charting, for the data as well that I'm going to now introduce you to. Okay, so now we're getting into the trading stuff. Now, everything's been designed, split up into asset classes for your trading. So we have stock, equity. This, of course, includes ETF and indices. Forex, better known as currencies, futures, which includes commodities, options, and then we get into the econometrics, which can be used for looking data, and then, of course, other stuff as well, the video playbacks and stuff. Okay, so let's start in our asset class. So in here, I'll just shut down and close some of these windows. All right, so if you look in here, you'll get a variety of charts. Some of them may include the tutorials, but as I said, we're just getting these pushed out now. But I just want to give you a taste of the style that we're after. There's a lot of charting that will come out of this. Now, the Forex is where probably initially for the live trading will take place. Nothing has been put in there yet. As I said, we're just pushing out the data. But that will come in due time. Maybe you've been following me. I have been using and testing Dukas copy. So with Dukas copy, we will be playing around a lot with the strategies and eventually go live trading in short order. And all of that will be put into this section here. So again, once we hit a certain target, now I need to stress here, I'm not an active trader myself. I do the occasional trading. Just as an example, last year I did 27%, which was, as far as I know, 2% above the S&P 500. And technically, I'm doing okay. I'm not happy with it, even though I am beating the markets. So this is what these ideas were. I've put a lot of emphasis over the last few years on learning algo trading. So we're now at that point where it's showtime. So Forex is where I'm going to start. I want to start out with a tiny account of basically a minimal of $100 that Dukas copy requires, and then build it out from there. The next target is to make about 10K out of this account, and then move into interactive brokers. Now, there's two ideas here with the futures and the options. Most of the wealth that I've seen come out of my community is through options, because you can get not like 10, 20, 30% return, but you're literally able to double, triple, quadruple your money if you make the right calls with options. And the nice thing about all three of these, Forex, futures, and options, it doesn't really matter where the markets are. It doesn't matter where the economy's at. Specifically around Forex. Oh, I knew that was coming. Sorry about that. With Forex, $4 trillion is $4 to $5 trillion is traded daily. So it doesn't matter where the economies are at. Forex is still a very important asset to trade, and is very independent from where economies are. So you can always do well in Forex no matter what the economy is. Futures and options is obviously dependent on the economy, but the nice thing about options and futures is it's you have shorting opportunities there. So that's a good thing if you believe in that. So obviously a lot of focus will be on storable commodities because if you've seen my product list, I'm going to just show you this. If you come under product, this course I'm about to show you is built around that, the futures options strategy overview. That course will lead me into building out the system, which I already have, which will report off of that course. Now, also I mentioned econometrics. The econometrics is an interesting one because when I started out with the system, originally I was wanting to do pair trading. So we've built out some scripts that will go in and analyze the market's forward-looking data for both the Eurozone, the US, at different levels using the Federal Reserve, manufacturing, sentiment indicators as well from the Eurozone. These are really, really good because it will determine which will obviously impact your currency trading when it comes to major economies trading. It also comes down to how manufacturers feel about the economy, so that when they go into their next cycle of ramping up into manufacturing something, they have to use the futures and the commodities for their input of orders before the next cycle of manufacturing, if they're basically seasonal or cyclical. So these are really good indicators that you can use to trade off of and build out trading opportunities when it comes to stocks and pair trading for what they call the value supply chain. Very powerful knowledge that the system will basically work off of. And then that will obviously feed back into the stock and equity as well. So this econometrics is going to be really powerful. And then another thing I need to highlight here is there's a very expensive service that I want to join called tradingeconomics.com. And what they do is they'll pump out data for all the countries and how their economies are performing in different areas of the economy, and you can use that and determine a Forex trading opportunity as well off of that. So I want you to be aware of that. Now, a few other things that I think is really important. I've shown you the video playback. These two are important as well. So we've covered the asset classes, the econometrics, and the video playback. This is still part of the service. These last three are obviously free because they're on social media, obviously on Instagram and Facebook. So I've shown you the list of the video playback. I've already talked about it, but we've got just over 1,500 videos and counting on YouTube. So that's pretty important. Now, when you look at the Facebook group, which is really designed for programming, but the interesting thing here is with the Facebook group, there's about 2 or 3 people that are putting in their own analysis into the group. We've got here this person who does their weekly analysis on foreign currency pairs, and then we have this other person who's putting up some high frequency trading charts that offer trading opportunities, and he gives us a little analysis there. Okay, and there's all kinds of really cool stuff in here as well, which I'm pretty proud of to say where everything's at. And the other big thing I want you to realize is we are pushing almost 10,000 people within the group. So it is getting pretty big. Okay, so knowing all that, Instagram charts. Now, part of my daily consumption is really important that people really need to understand. People are saying, oh, you're using Instagram the wrong way. Well, I don't care what other people think of how I use Instagram. I use Instagram for one thing, and I tell people, how do you get started in charting? And I always go back to them. Always, always, always do your daily consumption of Bloomberg through the news app. That's available for free, and go through it. You'll find all the trading patterns that you want through Bloomberg, and you can see I do little video charts all the time, and this is where I see opportunity after opportunity open up multiple times. I could probably give you at least 5 trading opportunities through these charts and through this type of analysis, and it always feeds back into either currencies, commodities, and stock indices, and that's it. But it's not just focusing on the US, it's also focusing on Europe and Asia. On top of that, there are the occasional ones that you'll see for other countries that are starting to come around economically. Examples would be like Turkey, Nigeria, Russia, Brazil, somewhat, India, the BRIC countries. So as you can see here, I've got over 10,500 posts. I do about 40 to 50 a day, and I don't care about these numbers at all. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I really don't care about that. But I take away a lot of learning from this. Okay, so that's pretty well the entire walkthrough of the back end of this new service, and of course this will be fed into daily, and the events will be ramped up pretty soon, as well as the secure chat once we get the system running live and be able to coordinate our secure chat and have people come in and might have some surprise guests as well, like real awesome traders. But again, this will be kept private. This will not be recorded, so if you don't show, you don't show. All right, we'll leave it at that. But that's how this whole back end works, and we're going to be really excited to get this up and running with this new service. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, and other than that, we'll talk to you soon. Later.